You said K and then case?
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, in terms of their focus allows for oppression to happen in the future. Our focus is fixing the problem now, and we're not oppressing anyone, we're not silencing anyone, we're giving voice to the all. And also, they says that this reinscribes our app and reinscribes the domination. We are not reinscribing any domination. We are stopping the domination that women and girls are objectified. And so they're saying that they're trying to break down the human divides, but we aren't really breaking down the human divides through the perm. So extend our perm, do both. They're no way mutually exclusive. We can have the standpoint of the animal, and we can also do our plan. They're no way mutually exclusive, and they not have actually articulated how they are mutually exclusive, how you cannot have both. So we are taking away the divide, and so we are solving for the domination, and extend the Title 13 card. Human rights is affected. There are many examples in the card that there's been great human rights efforts, and again, onto the perm creates. They said that the perm creates a discourse, which is bad. Well, the perm creates a discourse on where we can acknowledge the domination in the human and non-human divides, and solve for human trafficking, and solve for the capitalism. We are the best solving through the perm. Okay. So on to the case. And this is for the case, which will be a cross-applied. This is for the case, but it could be cross-applied to the case. Extend the slide 11 card, which says that getting rid of prostitution is the necessary part of ending capitalism. Meaning, if we don't break down prostitution, then we can never break down capitalism. Extend now, Dylan 99. Slavery is the largest impact on the round. We must solve the problem if we ever solve any problem from capitalism. Capitalism is the reason there is inequality and oppression in the first place. When the slate 11 card views prostitution as a complement of the bourgeois family, and the Engels describe prostitution dehumanization, our international perspective card explains how capitalism is the reason that there have been industrialized, mass death, genocide, and deliberate systematic extermination of whole groups of human beings. The real domination of the capital is characterized by the penetration of the law of the value into every segment of the social existence. That is the reason why the domination of animals is because they're seen as commodities that can be exterminated, and that's exactly what is happening with the sex traffickers. They're just seen as commodities. So we are destructing the domination of women and girls, of the objectification. That is why we're not only getting rid of the demand side, but we're also changing the way we view economics, and that's. So we value each life, and we can also change. Capitalism by our cultural perspective and analysis. So the first step of breaking down capitalism is viewing women and girls as. So that's why the slide 11 is the first step to breaking down capitalism. Extend our Chevrolet 12 club. The current laws of prostitution are not working, and near the app will not work because they'll not be able to really focus on the problem of human trafficking and capitalism. They're attempting to try to solve by this domination, but they're not very specific in the way they solve for this domination. And only through our app can we be able to be specific and have the viewpoint of animal. So we're not oppressing, and we're also solving for human trafficking. We're solving for capitalism, and we're solving for the arms, the domination that they're presenting in the K. So the Dylan 99 is the largest impact. This causes dehumanization, and this dehumanization is what is constructing this capitalism. And death by capitalism is the worst. And capitalism is what is promoting the social constructs of gender, sexuality, and sex. And there are no way to be able to solve for capitalism. There are no way to be able to change the social construction of gender, sexuality, and sex. The construct of economics needs to be changed, and they're not being able to change the view of economics through their alternative. Only through the Nordic model are we able to give women opportunities, and that's Murphy 13. And through this, we're not excluding any voice, but approaching from a feminist lens. And only through the Nordic model are women able to get away from human trafficking, be able to get away from the crushing system of capitalism. So extend Murphy 13, as I said, and extend our other Murphy 13, the feminist approach, and extend. It's impossible for the alternative to solve entirely for the app, because only the app and the perm are able to be solved for the specific instances of the harms, and the perm and cap, what is it? And cap is the root cause of animal oppression, and we're solving that through the app, and there will no way we'll be able to solve for capitalism because they're not changing economics, they're just changing the standpoint of animal, and that there's no way of solving for that. They're saying that domination is the reason that prostitution happens in the first place, and that's exactly what we're deconstructing is, or that's what we're breaking down is this domination of both on human trafficking, the way we view the social construct, and they're no way are being able to change the social construct to the alternative. I'm sure. So extend or perm, they're no way mutually exclusive, and everything is viewed as commodities within capitalism, including everything is viewed as commodities within capitalism, and there's no way to be able to solve the commodities of the way women and girls are presented. And so extend Bill 99 as our biggest impact, and extend the Equality Now 14, the sex industry is supporting human trafficking, and we're breaking down human trafficking, and they barely even touched on human trafficking at all. They just put focus on capitalism, but we also have the human trafficking focus. Human trafficking is on the rise, and that's still no 5. And so therefore we have to halt the demand of the equation in order to solve prostitution and human trafficking. And this human trafficking is the oldest profession in the world, which is Equality Now 14. And so, because the current system's ineffective, and they're not actually doing anything with their all. And only through the perm are we able to solve the instances.